Hi everybody, it's Hebby Dobby. Happy day. I wanted to first say that, well, I'll put my stats up here, but I wanted to tell all of you who commented on my last vlog when I was opening up my letter to tell whether or not I had passed my test. All the notes of congratulations, and there were people there who made comments who we haven't seen for a while even. So we know you're out there. Hopefully someday soon you'll come back into the fold of vlogging so that we can encourage you and root you on regardless of where you are in your journey. So thank you again for all the sweet things you had to say. And yeah, it was a big milestone in my career. So especially since I'm feeling better and I don't have to retire because I can't walk or move. It's good to have the control enough to know that I can decide when I want to retire and my body's not dictating it. My daughter, Aaliyah, who was in the car with me, I had a chat with her that night, I think. I was asking her, because she's 5'2", and she's about 88 pounds, soaking wet. And I asked her about her hunger, because I'm trying to eat only when my body tells me to, based on the weight loss apocalypse now. And I'll get back to that probably. But Aaliyah, I mean, there were no surprises in what she said. She says she eats when she's only hungry. And when I have seen her eat and eat and eat, pick up another bite and say, "I'm full," and drop her fork. And I'm like, "You've got 3 bites left. Finish your plate." And she's like, "No, I'm full." And then I asked her about, how long does she go without food, normally, and when she does eat, how does she register, and what if she eats her dinner and then her friends call and say, "Let's go out," and they want to go for pizza. I said, Do you eat pizza?" She goes, "No, I might get something to drink." And it's beyond my thinking that I wouldn't try to shove in a piece of pizza. She's always bringing home leftover food when she goes out. And I said, "So what if you've eaten dinner and you and your boyfriend go to a movie and you bring candy, or you buy candy or bring it or whatever?" And she said, "I just eat a little bit, just to for the taste, but she won't finish it. She'll bring home boxes of candy." So, you know, just a little bit more validation that I have a thinking error. So that was interesting. Also, there's a website I wanted to mention to you that was part of my tips, I think. A lot of times you're, on the calendar and you're counting 40 days and then your next 3 days and then how many days, until you can eat P3 and all that. Well, there's a website that I go to all the time that's really, really fun, and it's called timeanddate.com. And you can calculate, like, how many days is 60 days from today, or how many days is it between one date and another date. And you can count months, you can count days, you can count hours, and it's a lot of fun. So it's timeanddate.com, and the way I remember the order of, is it date and time or time and date, is time and date. The 2 D's are side by side, so A-N-D D-A-T-E. So timeanddate.com. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about hunger. That I've gone back to the basics. I'm doing pop. I'm not even enhancing the flavors of my foods based on what I've been reading. I don't want to trigger leptin levels to go up anymore than they have to, as I'm on this part of the protocol. So it's pretty basic, baked chicken and chopped up celery or radishes or cucumber, maybe with a little bit of vinegar. and stevia mixed in. So, where was I going? Oh, me, you and me, honey bunny. Oh, see, what was my point on this? One is worse. Loading using food as a sedative versus loading because. So it's about loading and it's about hunger. When I eat and overeat because I'm using food to sedate my emotions, I can eat huge amounts of food if I'm trying to get to that sedation level, for me numbing feelings. But if I'm loading and I'm not having I'm in a good place, I'm excited, I'm getting ready to go on a diet and lose some weight, and I'm real positive, and then I'm loading because I have to, there's a completely different perspective. And you hear so many people on this protocol get on their vlog and say how miserable they are and they're not enjoying it, and loading isn't all that it's cracked up to be. And I wonder just how much, because our past experiences when we've loaded before, it's been because we've been in an emotional state where we can just down the food because there's a different motivation. You following me? So I think that's interesting to take note for those of you who are getting ready to load, is the experience may not be as pleasant because you're not in an emotional state. So I think I'm gonna stop now, but I wanted to encourage you to stand true to what you believe in today, have a teachable spirit, and be willing to change your paradigm or your approach to this protocol if you learn something new. And the weight loss apocalypse has done that for me. Some of my vlogs, I'm talking one way, and today I talk a different way because of the knowledge that I have and have applied to my life. So this time I'm understanding that I want my leptin levels to adjust, and I understand now that hunger is a key. And one quote that I just love, that's kind of my motto, is, if hunger isn't the problem, then eating isn't the answer. So keep that in mind. Also, would you do me a favor and go subscribe to a new vlogger? She's got 2 vlogs up so far, and her name is The HCG Princess. Please welcome her into the group and give her some support. She could use some right now. All right, you guys. Bye.